chills. My jewelry cold as chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep where you from, where you post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, instead of get rich or dead. Try. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest. Family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king, not a pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milks. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nicki know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Hey, come on. Let's go, defense.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you. Hey, switch gears.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. Touchdown, Cardinals! Andy Isabella with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
54's Mike.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Tight dog.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. Check. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43. Hey, watch the slant. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing on first down is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Murray now. He gets this one to Johnson. 23 yards the pickup there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Arizona.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Focus, defense, focus. Check 31, check 31.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second. Since Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Right.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Johnson on the counter. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Here we go.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Ready. Go, go. Get you running. Get you running.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ezekiel Ansah able to record his 5th sack of the season.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal.
Watch the eye.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the ring. Good job right there. Good job right there. Hey, hey, hey. You got three. You got three. Three there.
Now it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Yeah, because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Switch up, switch up. Out, 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 out. Alert. 43. Check, 43. Hey, 0. Tackle. 43 is the mark.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
4 down, even. Check three. 6 guys, check 6 guys.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Buffaloes take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Here's Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Running from the gun, Johnson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
65.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
And that's good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mike 54. Watch twist. Watch twist. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. 24, check 24.
On the delay, here's Carson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Pick me up. Here we go. 43 is the mic. Let's go, Heavy.
Here's Wilson to throw on 3rd down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
First down, Arizona.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Cardinal first down.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. First down, Murray. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2. Shy of the 10.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Cardinals.
Here we go. Here we go. Get 6 out one. Wait. Not today. Echo. 56 to Mike. Check 56.
And now he'll tuck, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken very short.
Well, not exactly a banner return. So he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
28-yard line.
Let's go.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And an alley to Murray fighting, lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Here's Carson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go, team. 43 the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the gun, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, alert. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Delta. Twitch. Mike's 43. Mike.
Now Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
54 Mike.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own something here on third down.
Watch the run. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Let's go.
From his own end zone now, it's Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. When they need to play on third down, you kind of know what direction the ball is going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right at the 35. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Touch Milky, touch Milky. Crash.
They run again with Carson. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Zebra.
Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ja'Kai Polite in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Johnson. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Murray with a 3rd and long. Big hold of the 30. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Murray now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Any weapon.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the... Second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
50. Check 56. Defense wins championships, baby.
Now it's the backup Prescott. Space to maneuver at the 40. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
First down, Cardinals.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
47.
Here's Prescott. It's caught by Bryant. Touchdown, Cardinals. Martavis Bryant, his first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Then a short kick, taking it about the 16. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Man, I got you.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number one cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Let's go.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Byron Murphy, the first pick of the 2nd round there defensively. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Johnson running right. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Kill. Off. One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Prescott now from the 50. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got a man. It's Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Go to 54. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. 26.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the ship. Hatch it. Check.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Elliott puts this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
March 43. March 43. Get him all.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now to be interesting to see how they respond as a team, because sometimes when you